Did I say? Oh, whatever.
Hello everybody, Master Red Jacket here, and welcome to my very first voiceover! Okay, so what we were trying to do was record a custom map to World at War Nazi Zombies. It's called Dead Ship, and it is a very good map. But I tried using a different recording software that I normally use just to test it out, see how it would work. Long story short, it did not work, and it was about 3 hours of footage that I captured that I only got what you're seeing right now. First of all, my camera, my face cam never came through, my voice never came through, and the video quality was like squished in funny and all this jazz, so I am not going to use that again unless I can figure out how to get it to work. But for now, I'm just going to do this little voiceover thing, whatever. I'm not planning on doing these reviews with the voiceover in the future unless I absolutely have to. I plan on doing like normal gameplay reviews of these mods, alright? So, this mod is very, very difficult in the very beginning. You guys will see this in a couple of minutes. We made it through the first round just fine. But the problem is, the zombies like spawn right on top of you right here. And they spawn a ridiculous number of zombies right on top of you. You have nowhere to run, so it's very difficult. Round 2, almost everybody dies, and of course my brother is the only one who makes it. So I struggle through a few more zombies, and I finally get a weapon. Now, quick warning, if you are not one to buy weapons off the wall, either you're going to have to change that, or you just plain aren't going to like this map, because this map completely, 100%, totally forces you to buy weapons off the wall. However, at least the weapons that are off the wall in this map are pretty decent weapons, including this pistol. This is a phenomenal pistol, especially for stinking round 3. However, this map makes it extremely difficult to buy weapons off the wall, as the point system for this map has been totally and completely revamped. Normally you get about, 10 points per hit on a zombie, so you can generally milk the zombie for as many points as you possibly can. But on this map, you really can't do that. I think we worked it down to about 20 points per kill, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's what it is about. Now, this thing that I'm looking at right here is a perk indeed, and I will go over those soon. But right now, I think we need to go find the box. But before we do that, guess who is back? Yes, it is the old friendly doggy dogs. Now, you may notice this is round 5. This is our first encounter with the dogs, and the zombie counter at the bottom of the map, or the bottom of the screen, said 45 zombies. Yes, the first time you run into the dogs, there are 45 stinking dogs that you need to go through. The dog rounds started to become extremely long, and it's kind of annoying. I don't think they needed to be as long as they were, but that's alright. I'm not going to hold it against the mod maker. However, I don't know if you guys noticed up in the left-hand corner of the screen when the round first started, it said to avoid taking damage from the dogs to earn an extra bonus. Now, this reminds me very much of the new Nazi Zombies, well, not new, but newer Nazi Zombies maps, which had the monkeys. Now, first of all, I absolutely hated the monkeys. They drove me nuts. I could not stand them. But that is okay, because this mod maker decided that the idea was pretty sound. In fact, it was pretty cool, being able to get an extra perk if you wanted to. But in this map, it does not actually give you a perk when you avoid taking damage. You get a perk slot, so you are allowed to get more than 4 perks. In fact, at one point, I end up having every single perk that this mod has to offer all at one time. Now, as you can see, we finally got the door open to downstairs, and this place is a phenomenal place to fight. In fact, this is where we end up holding up and basically playing the entire map. We play all down here, because it's an amazing place to fight. If you stand right where we are right now, the zombies cannot spawn behind you. They can spawn pretty much on top of you, though, but it is a great spot to fight, alright? Now, you can tell I am holding a Chris Vector, which is an amazing weapon to get. It is totally worth it. Also, right here, there is a sword, and it's 600 points, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but I remind you that the point system is totally weird and wonky in this map. and in fact, that actually amounts to a lot of points. After gathering a few more points, Joshua was finally able to open this door, which is right next to the stairs leading down from upstairs. There is a perk. There's a weapon, which I do believe is an MP5, I think. I don't know as why I ever picked it up. This little area right here leading into lots of other fun things. And yes, the power. We finally found the power. It's a furnace, and it was funny. At first, when I walked up to it and pushed the button, it didn't do anything. So I thought we had to basically search the boat for like coal or something to throw in there. But as I was walking away, it finally turned on, which made me really, really happy. So at this point, we have already died, and this, I believe, is like our third or fourth attempt at this map. And I finally get inside to try the box, and right off the bat, I get a crossbow, which I wasn't entirely sure how it was going to work. The other guns that the mod maker put in there, they worked pretty well. There weren't any bugs, but I just wasn't entirely sure about the crossbow. I was afraid it was going to look really retarded. I was pretty sure it was just going to look like kick from a normal weapon on the crossbow, which I didn't think would make much sense. But after all, it did work pretty well. Now here, we run into our first round of the zombie dogs at round 7. So what happens generally around round 5 to round 7, I'm pretty sure, is where it occurs. So I get my chance to use my crossbow against the zombie dogs, and as you can see with that shot right there, it was insta-kill, and this thing is insta-kill for a very, very long time. In fact, I ended up upgrading it while it was still insta-killed because I had the points. I mean, why not? I probably should have waited until it wasn't insta-kill anymore so I could see how long I could go before upgrading it. But this thing, it lasted forever. In fact, I'm pretty sure I used it for basically the entire time I played this. It's a one-shot, one-kill weapon, and like I said, this map with the point system, that is really what you need, is a one-shot, one-kill weapon. If you have a weapon that just dumps a lot of lead, which for other maps was really good for getting points, not on this map. You need one-shot, one-kill weapons, and this is a very, very good one to get. So if you can get your hands on the crossbow, definitely take it. And one other thing about the crossbow that I will not overlook, this weapon, while it is a really good weapon, it is a one-shot, one-kill, which is phenomenal. As you can tell, I keep taking a lot of shots that I just plain don't hit the zombie dogs with. So unfortunately, this thing has a very, very poor range, which I suppose is okay for a weapon that is a one-shot, one-kill. Anyways, you just have to wait until the zombies get a little bit closer to you before you actually shoot them. So don't waste your ammo trying to shoot anybody at too much of a distance. So I suppose I should take the opportunity to explain what these are right here. These are wallets. Basically what this mod does is it completely and totally limits how many points you can actually carry on your person at any given time. Initially you can only carry 1,000 points. Once you reach 1,000 points, no matter how many zombies you kill, all it's going to do is it's going to tell you your wallet's full and you can't carry any more points. Now, 1,000 points is what you need to actually upgrade a weapon. So if you are to upgrade a weapon, you are now left with absolutely 0 points. Unless, of course, you buy a wallet. All a wallet does is allow you to carry more points. You can spend all of your 1,000 points at one time to buy a wallet that'll allow you to carry 2,000, I think. And then you spend your 2,000 points to allow you to be able to carry 3,000 points. And then you spend all 3,000 points to be able to carry 5,000 points. It's kind of annoying, I will give you that. This is the one part that I really, really did not like about this map at all. It was kind of pointless, drove me nuts, and it actually kind of made it kind of difficult at times. Because I would spend all my points, and now you're left with 0 points. So now what happens if you die? Well, you're screwed because you have no points. So that was a little annoying, but that is what those are, so keep that in mind. Next up are some of the perks and their locations. All you need to do to find Juggernog is walk the plank, you scurry dog. And Juggernog is Juggernog, as Juggernog always was, just increases your player health. Next is Scorch Scotch, which is a very, very interesting perk, and it's one that I will probably always get every single time I play this map. All Scorch Scotch does is make an explosion whenever a zombie touches you, and there's a cooldown period of, I believe, 5 seconds. Now, at first, what I thought this perk would do would basically blow up on the first zombie that touches you, and then leave all the other ones untouched, and so then you would be mobbed. However, it actually kills all of the zombies, and it is a huge, huge help. I love this perk so much, and I'm pretty sure you guys will too. It has saved my life so many times, because the zombies, like I said, they spawn basically right next to us here. So I would just leave those zombies up to my Scorched Scotch perk, and then I would focus on all of the other zombies. Next up is Speed Cola. It just go up the stairs, go straight across to the captain's quarters. Speed Cola is also untouched, just like Juggernaut. All it does is give you faster reload times. Now what I'm looking at right here, it says Unleash the Captain's Curse. Now I ended up buying this at some point later on in the game, and I kind of figured that it would make everything impossible, like tons of zombies, make it super dark. I figured it was just basically gonna end our game. However, it did not do that. What we think it may have done is just basically kill the zombies that were in this particular room with us, but we're not entirely sure that is indeed what happened. So if you guys know what that does, please leave a comment down in the comment section to explain that to me. Also, you see there are a couple of random things that seem to pop up on the screen here. He was talking about a weapon awaiting. We didn't figure that out either. There were a couple of things that popped up. We talked to some of the other characters, and they would say that there were weapons waiting for us somewhere, and we didn't, or weapons, there were gifts waiting for us somewhere, and we didn't exactly find these gifts. We're not entirely sure what it was. So if you know what that was too, please feel free to explain that to me as well. Next up, on the bow, or the front of the ship, there is another perk known as Refund Rum. All this perk does is earn you back half of the points that you paid on the perks that you bought. So when you die, you just get back half of the points from the perks. So in theory, you should be able to buy back half of your perks, which I guess is pretty useful. I didn't notice much of a difference myself. I don't know if that's just because I didn't die a whole lot, or when I did, it didn't make a difference anyways, because I didn't have points to begin with. I don't know, whatever. It's pretty useful though, so if you die, you can at least get back some of the perks, or if you die completely, hopefully you'll have enough points to actually buy a weapon right off the bat. So I guess in that sense, it makes it pretty useful. Taking a break from the perks, we find ourselves back inside the captain's quarters, and here we found on the table that you can place map fragments, which we had been finding around the map here, there, and everywhere. I'm not going to go over the locations because actually my brother found most of them, and the worst part about it is it actually costs points to pick them up. I don't remember exactly how much it costs, but it costs a fair amount of points, I believe, to actually pick up these fragments, so it took a while. But once you open, or once you place all the map fragments, it opens this door, which I had been trying to blow open with dynamite and whatnot. It opens that door so we can finally get to Pack-a-Punch. And Pack-a-Punch is really cool in this one. Pack-a-Punch allows you to upgrade your weapon basically an unlimited number of times. The only thing is, it doesn't actually keep upgrading the damage of your weapon. All it does is changes the type of upgrade, which I will try to go over the best I can. I didn't discover them all myself, so I'm going to leave most of that up to you guys, but it also gives you ammo every time you upgrade a weapon, and it's actually cheaper to just upgrade the weapon again, I believe, than it is to go up to something that may be on the wall and buy ammo there. I believe it's actually more expensive to buy the upgraded ammo off the wall. So keep that in mind when you are upgrading your weapons. I could be wrong on that, and if I am, you guys can all yell at me and blah blah blah. That's just fine. Yell at me if you want to. I'm sorry. So here we are running into the dog round, I believe only for the second time. Made it to round 12 before we ran into the dog round again, and apparently it is only 45 zombie dogs again. So it was actually a lot easier this time, and I believe by the end of this one, we actually get our perk slot. So after this, I will show you the next perk. Alright, so apparently I totally lied when I said that I would be getting it at the end of that dog round, but it's okay. I still got it anyways. It wasn't until round 16, but I got it, and I decided to go after Damage Tap Root Beer, which is inside the same area as the furnace, right underneath the stair, right next to the stairs. This perk is pretty neat as well. It is not only double tap, as in the fact that it increases your rate of fire, but it also doubles the damage for bullet-based weapons. Now, for some reason, I think my crossbow also counted, because I think I lost the perk at some point, and my crossbow simply wasn't insta-kill anymore. But my brother was a little upset about this because he has what is known as the vaporizer, which is a one-shot, one-kill weapon as well, and it just vaporizes all the zombies. And that, however, it didn't increase the damage, and he was a little upset about that, but I mean, what does it matter? The zombies are vaporized anyways, they're just gone. So, you know, whatever. I don't know if that'll cause a problem for other weapons that are not bullet-based weapons. I figured this one wouldn't count, but I think it does. So, you know, it doesn't really matter, but that is a really cool perk. In fact, it's probably one of the first ones that I will get in the future because it definitely made everything a lot easier. Next dog round ended up coming at round 20, and instead of starting with 45 zombie dogs, it started with 56, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe it was 56. And I decided to go for a quick revive 2, which is faster revive speed and also increases your bleed out time, which is very, very interesting. Even if you are the player that keeps dying repeatedly, it is actually worth it to buy quick revive, and the fact that you can bleed out for longer and actually have more of a chance to be revived. In fact, my dad was having trouble. He kept dying, but he bought the perk anyways because it gave us a chance to revive him. Okay, so at the beginning of the map where you first start, there is a sign on the boat that says something about the cursed one, and it has the number 24. So here we are at round 24. We were all assuming that that meant that round 24 was this cursed round or whatever. We're not entirely sure if it really was or not because it just ended up being a normal dog round. However, we did indeed just have a dog round, round 20, and I'm pretty sure they're at least a little bit more spread out than that. So I don't really know if the cursed round had anything to do. I don't even know if it had anything to do with rounds in the first place, if it meant round 24. For some odd reason, the number 24, somewhere, some way, somehow, must be cursed on this map. I'm not entirely sure how. Like, if you guys could explain that to me, that would be awesome. If you guys know the answer to that, please leave your explanation down in the comment section down below so I can fully understand that. We just kind of assumed that it meant the cursed round, which indeed ended up just being a normal dog round. So last but not least is Cartridge Cocktail, which can be found in this room here with the wallets that is behind the room with the furnace and everything. You just need to go right next to the stairs. You go into those rooms and you will find it on the left-hand side inside the room. This perk, basically, when you have it, the zombies are going to drop different colored cartridges, which correlate to the color upgrade that you have. And these cartridges contain just a small amount of ammo for your weapon. So if you have the red upgrade, you need to collect the red cartridges. However, it'll drop the other colored cartridges as well, and those ones you just can't pick up if you have a full weapon or you just plain don't have that weapon with that ammo. So I suppose I should go over the only information I even know with the certain colored upgrades. As you can see, my crossbow is red instead of blue like it has been for most of the time. I am not entirely sure what that really did for me. The blue one, that is, I have no idea what that did for me. I'm thinking it may have allowed me to carry more ammo for my crossbow because I run out like a ton faster with the red. And I mean, I'm obviously going to run out faster because the red allows me to have basically a 3-round burst with my crossbow. However, I think it runs down even faster in the fact that I have even less ammo than normal. I could be wrong on that though, I'm not entirely sure. But I never did get the green upgrade with the crossbow, and I'm thinking that just might be because I simply can't get that upgrade with the crossbow. I'm not entirely sure what it would take to get that upgrade. I don't know what it does. It probably does something that just the crossbow's not compatible with, and that's why I never got it, so I don't know what it does. So that's another thing you guys can tell me about in the comments below. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I missed when I was doing this. We played basically one really, really good game and got really far and eventually beat it. But I still don't know everything there is to know. And personally, I just don't have the time to go around finding out everything. So I guess I really need your guys' help on this. So please explain that to me and actually explain that to everybody else that might be wondering as well. That would be a giant help. Here we are at round 37, and actually this map is still fairly easy at this point, even minus a player. My dad actually ended up leaving. He'd had enough, he was pretty much useless, he thought, at this point, and actually he kind of was, because he gets absolutely 0 points for simply hitting zombies. You only get points for killing zombies, and he didn't have any weapons that were a one-shot, one-kill, so he would spend all of his ammo trying to get kills, and he wasn't able to buy ammo back. He had no way to kill zombies. Actually, in the end, he died many times because all he had was the knife, which is no longer insta-kill at this point. I don't remember exactly when it ran out, probably somewhere around round 30. It eventually ran out at insta-kill, and he was just trying to get points, and he couldn't, so he left at this point. However, it was still fairly easy. Being only the two of us, it was a little bit more difficult. We were getting pushed back just a little bit more. However, at this point, with the weapons that we had, where we were standing, it was still quite doable. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but at the beginning of the map there is a ladder leading up into a crow's nest that when you walk up to it, it tells you to return later when you are worthy. After looking up a couple of videos to find out what to do to become worthy, because we were looking all over the place, we didn't know what to do, we didn't know if we have to make a certain round, whatever. We had no idea what we had to do to become worthy, and we finally found a video that explained it to us that you basically have to play this mini game and get a certain amount of points. I believe it was 4,000 points in total that you needed to get to actually become worthy, and this is me attempting to play it. I did not do it. In fact, my brother was the one to finally beat it later on, but this can be found by the Pack-a-Punch. All you do is just walk up into this little area. I think there's a small fee you have to pay. I could be wrong on that. They give you this weapon and you just have to shoot the targets. You have to try and shoot the bullseye because you get more points as close to the center as you get. And as you can see here, when I win, it says that I got an upgraded weapon. I immediately went to the Pack-a-Punch because I thought that's where it was, but we finally figured out what the heck this stupid box did, because for the longest time we were looking around trying to figure out what it did, but that is where my weapon ended up showing up. So we finally discovered what that thing was. However, obviously, I did not pick it up because it was not a one-shot, one-kill weapon. It was, I think, an MP5 upgraded, which was pretty useless to me at that point. Alright, round 38, here I am, babysitting some zombies for my brother while he plays the minigame for, I believe, the third or fourth time, and bam, here it is! Obviously, he finally got it. I immediately run up to the crow's nest because I wanted to do it, but I decided to wait for him so he could run up there and do it himself first and end the game. You needed 5,000 points to climb up to the ladder, first of all, so if you weren't going through and buying the wallets, this was your chance. You had to do that now, so I highly suggest you do that through the game. And here he goes up into the ladder. He definitely deserved it. All it says is congratulations, matey, and it ends the game so you don't have to die at the end. All in all, you feel better when you actually end the game rather than dying at the end. So it took us 38 rounds to do it. It took us a lot longer than it probably should have, only because we just simply couldn't figure out how to win. Like, we weren't sure. Like I said, I had to look up a video on how to do it because I didn't know. I ended up watching some other YouTuber kind of do it for the longest time, and whatever, he finally got it. So then I was able to understand how to do it, and we just went ahead and did it. It didn't even take us that many tries to actually win. I believe my brother tried, I think, twice. Then I tried, and I believe he tried one or two more times after that. It did not take very long for us to win at all. So in the end, this was an absolutely phenomenal map, and I loved just about every second of it. I highly suggest this map if you're going to go downloading any of these maps. This is definitely a very, very good start. I am going to put a link in the description for you guys to go to so you can get to the website and everything. I really hope that you guys will check this one out. This one was very, very good. Definitely just play this to support the developer. This person obviously put a lot of work into this. He had his own sound to it, like as you can hear in the background right now, it's got a song playing around in the background, which I don't know of too many other ones that actually do that. Like, he put a ton of work into this. All of the little characters, the skeleton characters, if you walk up to them and try to talk to them, they will tell you a story. They will tell you a full-blown story. Most of them, I believe, do that. Even the ones up in the crow's nest, if you shoot them, they say stuff to you. Stuff that I didn't quite understand. They were the ones that were talking about the gifts and whatnot. If you shot them in the face, whatever, they would talk about that. I didn't know what that was, but this person definitely put a lot into this, revamping the point system, which I wasn't too happy with, but he definitely took a lot of work to do that. Also the perks. I love some of the perks. They were phenomenal perks, and I kind of wish that some of them were actually left in the game, the actual game. I wish some of them were in the actual game as they were, because they were some seriously cool perks. Like Damage Tap was pretty dang awesome. Also, the Scorched Scotch. That's probably my favorite perk now. That was an amazing perk. So, aside from perks and everything, the weapons were very, very good. I kind of wish that they were still the World War II weapons, simply because I think I just prefer the World War II weapons as opposed to the modern weapons. But, you know, that's okay. That's the direction that the developer wanted to take this one, and that's his deal. But I just kind of would have preferred the World War II weapons left in there, because I don't think they were even in there at all. I don't remember picking any up. So I think it was all modern weapons, completely removed the World War II weapons as far as I'm concerned. At least I didn't pick any up. If they were in the box, they may have been in the box. I just don't think I ended up getting them. So aside from that, I absolutely loved this map. My dad, by the end of it, didn't like it. The rest of us, we really love this map. Like I said, you need to have a one-shot, one-kill weapon to really fully enjoy it. And once you do get everything you need, this map can probably be played just about infinitely long, because you just stand in front of the Pack-a-Punch, and when you run out of ammo, darn it, you just go back to Pack-a-Punch and get your ammo back. It's very, very simple, and you could go on literally forever, I think. And it would take some stupid mistake to kill you, which is usually the way that Nazi Zombies goes anyways. So, you know, if I could do it pretty much infinitely well, just about anybody else can as well, because I am your average Nazi Zombies player. I am nobody special as far as Nazi Zombies is concerned. I'm not Syndicate Project, okay? I'm sorry. But I'm going to leave you with that. Like I said, I will leave a link down in the description below to the website that you can get these off of. Definitely check them out. I will be doing a few more of these in the future. However, I will not be doing voiceovers unless I have to. I'm going to do your normal gameplay videos, like I said that I wanted to. Alright, so I will see you in the next episode of... I almost said Dead Ship. I'm not going to do Dead Ship again. I will see you in the next episode of Call of Duty World at War Nazi Zombies custom map, whatever. I'll see you in the next episode. Master Red, check it out.